A shout to those who recently took our workshop out in 29 Palms, California. We have more workshops in the works on the way. We'll be announcing them soon on RelaxShacks.com. These workshops are always hands on.
That's my koi ponding here in the background. That's not me peeing my pants. What's up, guys? What an intro. What's up, guys? Deke, RelaxShacks.com. What you're about to see, this tiny house that's for sale, and I'm posting this for a friend. I'm going to be honest, it's a wreck. It's a wreck. But for the people out there who are desperately looking for affordable housing for a project, a cabin that's graspable, accessible, financially viable, this house is very inexpensive, $4,000 and change, and as heinous as it looks, it has some promise. It could be fixed, and I'll talk about that momentarily as I show you some slides, some photos of this house that right now is for sale. And let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments. What would you do with this? What would be your first steps in terms of improving it and doing so affordably? I'd love to know, and I think some people out there reading would learn from it as well. So I'm going off the cuff here so things are more genuine, and we'll start with one of the fuggliest photos of it. But hear me out. I think this thing has potential. It's clearly missing a door, and as you can see up near the peak, it was started. They started shingling it, but have not finished. Here's kind of a profile shot of it as well. You can see some more siding missing. But as you can tell, even from the exterior, yes, a house as small as this, which is roughly 12 or so feet long and about 7 wide, does have a loft and has made it through a winter or two up in here in New England without being damaged, destroyed, and it is insulated as well, from what I've been told. Some more shingling missing here as well. And this is an access panel if you wanted to put in things like a hot water heater or what have you, or just for storage if you want that. This is on a trailer. I should say this pretty early. It's on a trailer, but it's an inadequate one that is fine as a base, but I would not take this on the road. I repeat, I would not take this on the road. So if you want to buy something like this, you're going to have to find a tip bed truck that can tow it for you. Luckily, it's not that tall, so you could, even on a 3 foot or so, foot high truck. So here's another shot, probably an earlier one with the door on, in Adirondack chairs. It's a little unwieldy in its shape, but just fixing primarily some of the exterior sheathing, buttoning things up, putting some better trim on, it does have promise, I think. I mean, if you want a guest house for like $4,000 and change in your backyard, and maybe you had to put $1,000 in materials into it or so, I wouldn't think much more on the cheap. I would get rid of that T111 plywood siding. I cover that up, but maybe you could just paint it. But I think it does have a little potential here. The loft is small, but if you're just going to sleep up there, it's fine, and you can certainly build in some sleeping space down below. There's shelving. Things are kind of in disarray in here because there's just some stuff stored in here for the time being. Another shot. I don't know why I'm showing you a second one of that weird couch. I would get that thing the heck out of there. It's just too big for the space. Do a built-in, maybe some shelving up higher. Some of the roofing and siding, again, it's not done. So here's just a closer picture just showing you some of the details because, some of you can't get out to see this in person. The trim around the windows, replace that as well. Same with any of the soffit work up above. That's not that much by way of lumber. And some of these shingles are still fine, these old cedar shake shingles. But I would finish off the job and replace some where need be. Same with the roofing. I'd go with a metal roof as well. But overall, seeing as even the crummiest of sheds from the chain box stores cost about $5,000 at this point, and lumber is still pretty expensive, something like this where most of the labor has been done for you, if you want to park it in your backyard as, like I said, a guest space, hobby studio, gut it, make it a yoga space, Airbnb or hip camp rental, it does have some potential. You could save some time in trade for the outlay of cash, of course, and do some work in this. I do like how they took recycled windows and they swing outward. I'd build some little overhangs over those just to make sure water stays out. If you are interested, all the information is down below. This one's located in Pembroke, Massachusetts, kind of south of Boston. And again, you would need a tip bed truck or some means to pull this out of there because the trailer underneath it, wheel-wise, they're undersized. It's just not going to cut it. Do not bring this on the road. But there it is. Check out the info below. And the salvager in me, the thrifty guy in me, would love to see this fixed and finished. And maybe we can feature it down the road if you are the one who, by chance, happens to buy it.